Imagine securing a guaranteed mortgage rate of well under 1% while everyone else is paying 4% these days. That is the promise that leads 1.5 million people to sign a new Bausparvertrag every single year. And with an estimated 25 million Bausparverträge out there, it is one of the most popular financial products here in Germany. But how good is it really? Is a Bausparvertrag a mortgage hack or a mortgage trap? Today, we're decoding the German Bauspar system line by line, so you know exactly when the bank is winning and when you are winning. A Bausparvertrag always follows 3 phases. Phase 1 is the savings phase. You pay in every month, usually 4 to 5 per mil, until you usually saved up 40 to 50% of the total Bauspar amount. Let's say you have a 50k Bausparvertrag. Then you need to save 200 euros per month until you saved at least 20,000 euros. The benefit is that you're building equity with discipline because this money is mentally for your dream property. And you can get some subsidies from the government like the Wohnungsbauprämie or the Arbeitnehmersparzulage. The downside is that your Bausparvertrag starts in the negative because the bank takes an upfront fee of up to 1.6% of the entire sum. On a 100,000 euro contract, that's 1,600 euro gone on day 1. And with interest rates on your savings often as low as 0.1%, it takes years just to break even. Compare that with the high-yield savings accounts on our website that give you up to 3.5%, which is 35 times as much. The link with the best savings account in Europe is in the description. Phase 2 is the allocation phase. Once your 40% minimum is in the Bausparvertrag, the bank gives you the green light that your contract is now ready. That's the benefit. The downside is that your Bauspar provider cannot, by law, guarantee the exact date you get your money. If the Bauspar community is short on cash because a lot of other people have taken out loans before you have to wait. Of course, you can also take your savings and leave, but then you basically just used a very expensive savings account with terrible returns. And the last phase 3 is the loan phase. This is why most people sign up, because you get your savings plus the low interest loan. That's the benefit, that your mortgage rate, like the one with 0.45% we've seen earlier, was locked in years ago, no matter how high mortgage rates have climbed. Plus, you can pay back the whole loan amount at any time with 0 penalties, which is almost impossible with a standard bank mortgage. The downside is that your monthly burden is massive. Because you usually have to pay back the loan in 10 to 15 years, your monthly rate will be much higher than the standard 30-year mortgage. So, now that we know how a Bausparvertrag works, is it a mortgage hack or a mortgage trap? It depends. Because Bausparen is a tool. And just like every other tool, it only works if you use it for the right job. Bausparen is a hack if you are first a future homeowner who wants to buy his own place in 7 to 10 years. Because then you're using it to freeze today's low interest rates like an insurance policy. Second, if you already own a home and need, let's say, 50k for a new roof or a heat pump in the future, then the Bausparvertrag is perfect because unlike banks, Bauspar providers often don't require a costly land registry entry for these smaller loans. Or third, if you are eligible for subsidies. If you get the Wohnungsbauprämie or Arbeitnehmersparzulage, the government is basically paying for your home. And Bausparen is a trap for you if you are first a yield chaser. If you're not sure if you want to buy a property and just want to grow your money, stay away from Bausparen. Between the upfront fees and the 0.1% interest, you're effectively losing money every single day. Second, if you want to buy a property today, a Bausparvertrag is useless because Bausparen is a marathon, not a sprint. Or third, if you're a high earner with no claim to subsidies and no clear plan, then an ETF savings plan or a high-yield savings account will outperform Bausparen by 30 times or more. So don't sign what your local bank offers you, because they usually only show you one company. At Perfinex, we do an objective market comparison across all German providers to find the best one for your specific goals. So book a free meeting with us right here, and if you want to know exactly how much real estate you can afford, then watch this video. Thank you for watching until the very end und bis zum nächsten Mal.